So, greetings. This is me again, Zara Jawad. I have been attacked every day, wake up huffing and puffing. And I don't mean to trouble anyone, but I feel I've been stigmatized. Schizophrenics, mentally ill, and I'm not prepared for this again. Hope someone out there who cares, not for money, because the people after me have been rich, have covered themselves cunningly, very cleverly. Oh, and time like silent stares with no apologies. I don't have the strength to take it anymore. Uh, a woman, when she talks about rape or something, you're going to say that it was her fault or her family members against her family members. Of course, life is brutal. Life is good. People are brutal. Very many out there. So let me just check. As usual, I'm not prepared for this. Can't go. Uh, Thank you to Mr. Arif Ajakia, for inviting me, but not prepared for the interview at all. My health is deteriorating and all this. Let me just check if the sound is coming. It's okay. Sorry if you can't hear me properly. So maybe you don't realize my life has been damaged and something to do with uh, my father's family member members. Since childhood, I've had something on me. So I, although my mother did too, but she was better. Uh, at least she didn't have that what they put on me. That I wouldn't be able to make friends or people will not like me much. So uh, like that, and you know, I don't know what to say here, how to say it. So my mind is hit, and again, in this, I have to remind you, uh, someone, a healer. He said he's a healer. He just stigmatized, uh, people suffering from schizophrenia. He's this Buddhist or from the Tao or something. Sri Avinash, in his opening introduction. Okay, there's some horror in this. My family, you may not see it because you're not in it. My mother suffered in this family much, and so did I from childhood. At least my mother got married when she was 13 years old. I suffered since childhood. Very clever people. My father's mother, very, very cunning, clever. She knew exactly what time, how to, what to do, and even set up the thing that I would abuse them, so that my mother later on, I got punished. I was sent in the servant quarter. Friends were laughing. Then later on in London, my cousin used me, abused me, out of sight, out of mind. So I didn't want to come to Dubai. Uh, for us, it was Karachi. Since childhood, all this. And seeing a mother, great lady, sweet, loving, her life deteriorate like that. And then mine. I couldn't get married to the one I loved, anyone I loved. Of course, I wouldn't go after someone I loved, but if they came to me, then so, but they didn't. And one person in London, it was very strange that, I had this thing that no, I'm not good enough, I'm not beautiful. They had some incident in my life earlier on with the cousin that I was supposed to marry, had put this, it just was there that I'm not beautiful. So I met her very young, 5 years younger to me. Maybe at that time I looked younger. He was also shocked that I was 5 years older to him. So tried. He didn't know about my life story. I hardly would tell anyone what happened to me. I left it behind. But very strange that he would say later on, and his girlfriend, it didn't work out so. That I'm gorgeous, and his girlfriend would say I'm beautiful, and all this. I couldn't believe it. And so the thing has remained in me that I'm not beautiful. Just average, perhaps, like you can take me. Um, I sometimes see myself as ugly. So this thing I carried in my life, and I don't think I'm good enough. And of course, now it's been like I can't do anything. I can't explain. So please, this case of mine just doesn't stop at covert narcissists, family members from my father's side, wicked grandmother. She's gone now, but the impact has remained. And there's something on me. It won't let me lead a normal life or a beautiful life, as I would put it. For you, for myself, I would wish my mother was like that when she didn't have her husband around. Most of the times she didn't. He was traveling. Uh, when she'd see a sincere, committed couple, um, she would be very happy for them. She was never that jealous kind, envying. She would be happy. In London, I know this. And then when her health deteriorated, like mine, I cannot see. So um, it's like when they separated me, this is my case again from the time, let me see where I can begin, when a mass murdering or killing took place. It's when we had the last birthday, Miss Disa, my teacher from Karachi American School, sports teacher came on my birthday. These newcomers whose sisters had come in my father's family, married to my father's brothers, they did something like tried to spoil my birthday. their mothers are like Irani, full-fledged Irani, not like my mother. My mother's father was Khoja Sindhi, and their father is from my father's community, Emirati, Luati, right? They came and they acted really funny. And then what happened is a month passed and Gulf Air crash. Gulf Air. So I got very scared, for my father was traveling in Gulf Air at that time. And he used to be a traveler, he used to travel a lot and come to visit us in Karachi for a little while and go back to Singapore, or when he used to go to Dubai, he used to travel in Gulf Air, right? So I didn't realize, but I think Miss Dissa caught on, and she wasn't talking to me on because when Gulf Air crashed in somewhere in Abu Dhabi, Almina or somewhere, one of my classmates' father was in that airplane, and so when they had the Soyam, the Zaidi family, I Miss Tissa wasn't talking to me. It was really weird. Like, life is so short. We've had a tragedy here. Uh, he was such a great man. Uh, my classmate's father. So someone trying to do something later on, uh, trying to trap me in my school. Yeah, so later on they got me out of school. Like, something happened to me. I felt very restless, and I went to Mr. Sa's place, and I told her I want to leave. I'm scared. I want to leave. And my aunt had this possession in my room. Later on, somehow, a feeling, intuitive feeling, told me that they wanted to attack you. Like, I couldn't sleep and all this. So they got me leave Karachi American School, but it seemed like I'm leaving it. And then they started to spread rumors in CA when I joined O levels that she kissed a girl, Aisha Subani, in CAS, junior to me. I was senior. She came and told me that you're such a nice person. Someone's spreading rumors against you. And she came with her friend, a new friend. I remember her brother. We used to go out later on. So, I had to go to the principal then of Center for Advanced Studies in Karachi, because I also had a friend who was with me, and I didn't want her stigmatized in life that I kissed a girl. These are false rumors spread against me. Someone has been after me. So I had to suspect my father's family later on. I didn't know that they're very miser. So I, d- I could not believe for the life of me that they're going to, you know, come after us and put money, like bribe someone. No, no. They may be a millionaire. My father's eldest brother here in Dubai is a millionaire. But I didn't think he was that kind of person who would spend money on, ruining us, bribing someone. Like when Yusuf Zaidi came, Shia on the internet, I thought, who has bribed him? Later on, much later, I realized they don't care. He was sent to London, so I had my suspicions against him. Even though a Shia Muslim, Sayyid, I felt that someone had bribed him, and they moved from this judge's flats apartment to a house when he started to, help me pre uh, on that false thing that he's helping me pretense. So I cannot talk properly. But the case goes on, and my life is in shambles. So recently, Mr. Arif Ajakia also asked for an interview, and then I was like, I don't know. I'm notorious here with the ex-Muslims. Some of them, maybe they will not like it because once he had said that he was this Indian man was his friend, and so this thing, right? So the others were got upset with him. So maybe like others might get upset and इसको क्यों बुलाया है? Why her? Why have you invited her? Maybe his very few people will join him if he does this. So I told him I don't want to spoil your live stream and your channel's. You know how reputable his channel is and how great it is. I really admired him and admire him for his human rights activist work on YouTube, elsewhere, but I've joined him on YouTube. I've subscribed to him. And then I said, but since it was like, he helped me make notes. Can you believe it? I started to make notes for why I became a ex-Shia. And then I felt, no, no, this was whatever, broken, Zara, whatever, you just tell him that, okay, I'm ready. I've made notes. I'm much grateful to you. Uh, and because, this, my story, although very official, like, in an official sense, not the one very personal, but just the short one, in a very, like, so people might accept it because the other, if I go on about my life, I that would be not appreciated. So I made a very official kind of professional, you know, uh, but I felt that I wouldn't be able to do justice to myself. Notes, because it's a long story. So I told him that I'm ready whenever, if he wants. He should first look at the style and whether, because I'm notorious here. This is what my family members wanted, my grandmother wanted from the very beginning, the day I opened my eyes and realized this is what my father's mother wanted and her daughter. But I cannot get Gulf Air crash. I don't think my father or his brothers are criminals, and maybe they're covered, I don't know. So I suspected an aunt of mine who had come to London and all this had an affair with uh, my father's bachelor brother. So I'm not saying this out of spite. It's just that they told me, Akhri Imam, our last Imam has come, and they're just compelling me. Some of it is just coming out like that. And being the hypocrites that we are, चोरी करके भी नहीं लगता है कि चोरी किया है, अडल्ट्री करके भी नहीं लगता है अडल्ट्री क्या है, सामने कर रहे हैं, बच्चों के सामने। फिर कौन बुरा हुआ? Who was the bad one? Me, for putting there in my room poor Qasim. And you see, because her younger sister, when she was living before we came to London, she was living with us. Choti woti, very sharif. And then the one sister comes with hair. You know, my uncle has, oh, sorry, what uncle? Father's brother has come, you know, with a sports car, open roof, and like that, and the songs going on and all this. So, no regard for my mother's wish. So thank God, good. She, at least this family, very horrifying. Thank God my aunt did not come in this family. My mother liked this brother of my father. So she think I not like him. Neither did my aunt, my younger than that aunt that come have affair and enjoy, indulging. Oh, I mean, you know, in the sports car roofless, what you call it. Then blame came on me. I feel guilty because this aunt of mine who come to London, she do another drama in my house later on in the late 70. And her husband find out. I say, what you were doing in London and you are telling that my father traveling and not giving attention. Maybe my mother complained to her sister. She giving galis, cursing, abusing my father. So unfortunately, when I came out of my room, I see her abusing and cursing my father. Because now the another Cindy Jula there indoor, they're sitting there, husband sitting on the chair, and it come out, and then so that I felt guilty. She came, she told me that her husband want to leave her. You know that what do you call it? Now it is different road. Anyways, in between Soldier Bazaar and her house, he tried to leave her before Lighthouse. I forget now, new names have come for the roads. So she told me that not to mention it again, but it was too late. Her husband confiscated her passport. She was a stewardess in Saudi Airlines. So the sons could think that, oh, our poor mother, and we are so, and you know, they are rich, we are rich, and their poor mother was working hard. How it is, stewardess. She was not, because she was very beautiful. I think Saudi Arabian Airlines made a thing for her only one person, Koja Irani. They compromised. They made a special thing for her that they, even though she was married, but she not to give her house, her letters go there. Her father, my grandfather's house. So it came on me that, you know, I'm the bad one. So my father also tell her that why not you get married, leave Qasim, get married to my brother, bachelor brother. My father offered her this in London when she was there. She said no. Qasim will not give me my sons. He will take her husband there in Karachi. No one blame her. I go to Nani's house, her mother's house. I say she's really giving me a hard time coming in my room in the late night, discotheque and all this. And then she tell me you were sleeping. I don't want to see her face even. She come to my room. So I'm very like uptight on that. 7 years old, 8 years old, very uptight. Now you tell me that it is my fault, right? We are the ones spreading trouble, causing trouble. All this I have to deal with. So you're going to make me feel like I'm the bad one, like my grandmother did. Shri Avinash, do. Also, and time like silent stares with no apologies. Lady, 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 flash dance, movie soundtrack, song. What I went through. And so if a rape victim come, the case is very complicated. You know my uncle here, eldest, he not know how to solve a family. They not even apologize, his son or anyone. We don't get any apologies. In fact, his other son saying things against my father, his own uncle, when my father keep us away from family business, whatever happened. Now even the Gokul family, it happened. These things happen, and you're blaming it on my father, and you're telling me. When what can I do about it now? I got, first they separate me from his tisa. I suspect this family and that aunt. Later on, then with my principal, you see, our culture, maybe my father is in this culture. Then when he get a Arab friend, Emirati, not from the Luwati community, he said that, he's my third wife. Now you think that all Arabs are gay? Tell me, my father is gay? He say, this Arab friend of his working in the, he was an counselor in the manager or, big position in the Karachi consulate, UA consulate. He become my father's friend. He give him watches and this and that. You are my brother. I tell him, Daddy, why you take? He said, No, no. He said that no, you have to take it, and all this. And then my father tell him that he's like my third wife. He's always telling me, Come, come. I cannot live without you. My majlis will not go until you come. Like for example, I just put words. You tell me, this is our culture. Could my father be gay? No. So my mother very like close to her teachers. They love her. They come to her wedding when she get married. She was 13, 1964. From Khalid school, teachers come, Karadar school. Christian teachers come. I see them wearing dresses. They have pictures. My father's mother's wedding pictures we have. Teachers have come. What? So we are like this very loving. We want to form loving communities and all this, right? What is wrong in loving a teacher? So like this, I was, and so in St. Joseph's College, finally I find someone who can who erased Miss Desa's memories. Miracle happen. I get empty. I love the emptiness. I don't look forward to meeting any more reconciling with Miss Desa. It took 6 years. 6 years. And those best teenage years of my life gone. And crying, depressed, can't go to school. My lower back is hurting so much, can't get up. What shall I say to them? Um, you know, I wouldn't say I'm depressed. Sorry, I could not come. I can't. Uh, so I also get it from the founder of CAS one day, Mr. Sami, that now you had left and now you come back. Now next time if you leave, you cannot come back. I'm taking you. Very soft spoken, Mr. Sami, founder of the Center for Advanced Studies. So I'm always getting into these like tikti nahi hai. Someone say that कहीं पे टिकती नहीं है ये. In my teenage years, false rumors spread that I kissed a girl. I did not kiss a girl in Karachi American School. Really strange. What a nonsense. So क्या क्या बातें बनाते हैं लोग. Gossip. Then Mrs. Najma Shamsi, the then principal, in the morning assembly, when I tell her that Miss, this is the problem. She say, you Muslims, I mean, you are Muslims. We in Quran ayat it say if you spread false rumors, Surah Nur ayat, I think, uh, when they spread rumors, a party from among you Muslims against Aisha, false rumors. It's like eating your dead brother's flesh. Do you care? I mean, at that time, I was, well, I had that thing, fear of God. And person suffering. I couldn't believe it that we have such people in Karachi. Even like knowing what is the halat condition in 1987, 88 in Karachi, what is the condition there? And my own aunt, what she do, and all these, yeah, they are very terrible people. Like they don't have a heart, and these very people are now grown up and maybe running and working. One cousin gone to America. There happened the 9/11 where he was working the building. So things like that happen. Gulf Air crash. Now after my principal, meningitis. Then in London in college, some girl she fall down faint in parlor. Teachers come, principal come, meningitis. So I want to go near, but then I see principal smile at me, so I stop at the steps of the parlor, our college building entrance. There, girl falling. Then in London, meningitis case happening. I open the Quran. It is say that uh, there are some people wanting to scare you and make you leave this land. The verse coming in Surah Isra. So, and someone wanted to trap me. And I, as much as I would love the principal uh, to come and see her, to go to her house, but not here. Please stay away. Very bad family members. I don't know what they do. Because once Sayed, she complained to my mother about a family member, and her son have an argument with the Seth here, Seth Saab, boss, and he leave that poor man. And she a widow, Shia Sayed widow. You know what happened to him? For all his life he gone. Not come out of the room because he have such a skin disease. So my mother get more scared and never want to come to Dubai. I come here a little bit elbow. I have some skin disease. I stop going to that family member place. It get better now, little bit. No, it's still there on the elbow. Uh, so my grand aunt in Oman, she also have some little problem with her knees, skin disease, but that not contagious or whatever. We see it. She come from Oman. She show us. She start have this skin problem. When I was a child, I remember. Excuse me. I have a bad habit. I cannot. It's like the movie Barbara Streisand's on a clear day, something like that. You can see. So all this problem happening if a lady come out because this case very complicated. So I was like right now calling on. You see, my mother have aunt who have Devi long time ago, and when my mother's first child, in infancy, die, female daughter, she died. Uh, she was Zara auntie was there, her aunt in Karachi, taking care and but then she leave and she hardly come back. She only write letters to her sisters in Karachi. Only once I see her in Karachi in the 70s. And never again did I see her come to Karachi. She gone. First she was in Beirut, then she go to United States of America. So why my aunt not come back to Karachi and not even keep in touch with my mother, the one she brought up? My mother really admire her. So something wrong. Like they parted maybe when my mother was 15, married after losing a child, and she never communicated. It's like Miss Tissa and my story. 15, I parted, separated from Miss Tissa, 15 and a half years old. So something happening, very strange. This, have you seen that movie Zelly and Me? Like what the grandmother do and um, the caretaker, she want to leave. So the Zelly and Me uh, is a movie by who's the producer, director, David Lynch. Like, so this family horror. They want to break you, and they break you with the covert narcissist. But who doing this Gulf Air crash? Okay, meningitis in college, St. Joseph's College, then in London. Then also I get trapped in a Palestinian friend tell me that whole question Q&A answer. She get the book from the bookshop college. and I get trapped uh, like that. And what else happened? Hamdard, where my principal, ex-principal of St. Joseph's College, joined, they killed. Now, recently, excuse me, I was told that they killed Hamdard's founder, Hakim Said. They assassinated him. Who? So, who could be after Hakim Muhammad Said, the founder of Hamdard's school, where my principal, after retiring from St. Joseph's College, she go there. He call her. They killed him. That's why, thank God, the principal, if I feel so terrible, she had told me once that I will take you to the library, show you the Hamdard library is so great, so good. But thank God she never take me. And I now, the life going in a way that I going back to all this herbal and also homeopathic medicine. So I would have loved to meet him. I would have been so honored. Oh God, he gone. They assassinated him. And they're telling me someone from my side assassinated the founder and laboratories and he is the founder of Hamdard. Now when I come back from London, it's more strong. When I want to go to the principal, there was this blast near her house. Before that, when I now away a little far away in the we live in Karachi. Before that, I invite her for graduation, and it fall on my birthday. What happened? Curfew in her area because a riot started. So later on, they tell me telepathically that if anyone help you, we will harm them. Thank you for being here. So I'm looking for experts and help in this case of mine. How to, but please do it in a when you are helping me. Do not expose yourself. So languishing, I sometimes I don't have the motivation to those moments where those days, nights. But sometimes no, I say I get up. I have to get up. What if a rape victim, please speak up. Yeah, there's time that there are times when you feel defeated. You can't fight a system. Oh, rich people, millionaires. Now let us die. Let us languish. Forget it. Like that. So, no. But I make this a Facebook page. Sojourn. Whoever now, I say, we've had enough. Covert narcissist, friend deceiving you, putting you down in any way. Come here. But not maybe not the good. We should not give their names because then if they are, they put the blame on you. I know how. This ex-friend, she said, "You are mad. I never hurt the person," and she will get, all that from my sister and all this. That I, the wicked sister, right? You are the one who does this. Like now the Hamdardian coming and saying, "Who does this?" Yeah, if we have a rapist like you and cunning people like you, right? What if, because I get the voices here that there's someone violated my principle. You see, we have rapist people in Pakistan who, and Furad, one person, my father here, business doing land something, right? That Pakistani man, he do Furad and they run away. फरार हो जाते हैं. Like Yusuf Zedi said, Yusuf Zedi, he come say, I help you in the name of Fatima Zahra. I'm Fatima Zahra's son. Bibi Fatima Zahra's son. He's a Sayyid. Then before we know it, they run away. What to do with these people? Please listen to Arif Ajakia. This is Pakistan, he was saying. My God, I couldn't listen to his video. Live, I couldn't make it on his second live stream. I was making notes. So, you see the halat condition of Pakistan. Now, who does it? Why would Mr. Arif Ajakia come all the time? You know how much it takes. I was making notes. Oh my God. Oh, so what do we get from YouTube? I I give him like measly 10 dirham. What is that? You know, what if my some enemy millionaire go to him and say, here, take money, but he say, I not ever take bribe. And with that, you know, where he now and where am I mean, I don't take money here, but very good if why not, if I take money here, Abu Dhabi say, we cut off your this thing, right? So I don't take money here. We stop your welfare. But why not take money like here? Little if I can do. I not even have a bank account. Oh, so we have to do this, and whenever I feel they, well, sometimes the compelling is too much. So they do tell me, no, no. When I leave, when I'm so despondent, like Hazrat Musa was, indignant. No, no, I don't want to do this. Why did I do this? You see, when you love someone, like when the principal, you say, forget it, whatever they are. When you're with your loved ones, God has blessed you. You take the friend's deception, you take the friend's betrayal, you whatever in the past happened, let it go. I leave Miss Dissa. I don't go back. Thank God, thank God, thank God. That poor Christian lady, her 6 years, and I, with justice, fairness to myself, also my 6 years, and that poor, I at least, if terrible, she tell me you can go abroad. Your father can send you. I could have gone to America, but then my father have bankruptcy. But even I not want to leave Karachi, my mother, and I would have come back. That Miss Tissa, life is too short. Why have you left me? For the sake of the past family friendship. I don't know what they do to her. They scare her like anything. Gulf crash. Who is doing this? So I suspected David Qasim because he, when he go to that place, New York, right? This twin tower coming down like anything. I don't even know what happened. And he was working there. So, like his mother, very active. They work hard, get up in early morning, go to work, very ambitious. So, but that day he did not get up. So I suspect something. And yes, Mamie at working in his mother's house, parents' house. One day, my grand aunt, she making cooking and all this for us, Muharram, right? At his house, my cousin David Qasim, now in America, she take water, glass of water, burst, and she come and she used to do pickles and all this. Her pickles, excellent, her sweet dishes. But why this one day her the glass burst in her hand? So she come and she see the glass burst in my hand. She shocked, and she's repeating that the glass, water glass, she was taking for someone, my aunt, this Dolat, late aunt. It burst. So I tried to put two into, like tried to connect. Oh, and Twin Towers, we have alums, big alums. It come in someone's dream. These poles, alums, for the alums, they're so round, thick, and they're so long that they had to cut it. I was told in Karadar, the alam of Hazrat Abbas and Imam Hussein, it come in someone's dream that you go to that sea place, seaside, and you will see a very long log, pole, log actually, and so bring it, this for the alam. So they had to cut it. He saw in a dream, and he found the logs there for the alam, very tall. So it's like twin towers, Hazrat Abbas and Imam Hussein. You see, very tall, right? Very long. Tall, you would say, for human being. Oh, my English deteriorating. So naturally, I suspect, very scared of David Qasim. And she come to church, Miss Desas, and he was asked to leave. So I tried to make out the Gulf crash, like mass murdering, maybe Portugal, Our Lady of Fatima Church. And I also now scared because it's happening a lot. They were telling me your friends, Libby D'Souza, stewardess. Now she was working for Air Blue. Crash happening in Margala Hills. Oh, and me in this state, I can't even take. I don't have the power, strength to grieve. And they're saying, no, it is not. With the finger. No, it's not the captain's fault. Although it will come on the captain of the plane. See, it came on the captain of. They were saying, oh, he's been. What he doing? He was negligent, careless. Oh, must have been careless love. For Miss Desa and I sing this song. That who sing it? Joe Cocker or who? Kenny G or anyhow. So from childhood, like for you know, irritated. She's aggravated. She's angry girl, and she's like this. See what happened to Air Blue, Captain. Air Blue crash in Margala Hill, and what the blue box, oh sorry, the black box say, Air Blue crash. What they say about Wikipedia? What do they say about the? So Libby, I get scared. That maybe when her mother called me up, I'm like, yes, auntie, how are you? Everything fine, and all this. Libby was not on this plane. So after Gulf Air 1983 crash, Air Blue crash, and on my another cousin, second cousin's birthday, 20th July. So like I wouldn't suspect him at all. Who I suspected was David Qasim. I did not suspect my other cousin Raju at all. This is what they want me to do, to suspect that Raju and say bad things against Raju. God knows what this is. Accident passenger investigation. Wikipedia. You see, Libby D'Souza in this, uh, working when this crash happened. My heart. So they, so the captain tell me telepathically that Bibi Fatma Zahra's disciple with the finger, it's going to come on me. Captain Chaudhry, now confused with his own aircraft, yelled, "Why is the aircraft not turning left?" But he's flying very low, and his co pilot telling him they're talking and something. So, my aunt, late aunt, she was in Saudi Airlines. She knew the airport, Pakistan, Karachi, wherever, uh, completely. Like, and you know that the Gulf Air crash, the man that the passenger, maybe boy, maybe she make her son go check in, check out. Her son not travel until when, many years later. So maybe she used her son. What knows? So just suspicious about this case. Where did it say? Now there's more research on this. So there's a lot. Pull the knob. Forgot to pull. Captain Chaudhary forgot to pull the knob. Hence the selected mode was not engaged. Oh my god. Now a lot has come here, added, I think, later on. When I read that there was this aggravation. Ah, here. Um, Wikipedia. The report also claimed that first officer passively accepted the captain's actions. After the captain, on multiple occasions throughout the entire flight, took a harsh, snobbish, and contrary tone with the first officer and berated him. And so Bibi Fatma Tazara's disciple saying to me, it's not the captain's fault, but they're going to, this way, this, all the time in my life from childhood, that she's bad, she's the one. My father's family, brothers, Iqbal and all this, right? they like this for me, against me, right? Very, very strange. And my AC going out of order. Oh my God, my shock increasing, my suspicion increasing. I go down, my father not in, I go to his room, try to sleep there. His AC was kind of not that working well. Reinvestigate the case. Please, someone from my side made this crash happen. Air blue crash. Oh, 202, Air blue flight 202. Flight from Karachi to nation's capital of Islamabad. On 28th July, I cannot talk. I need a break. I will come back later.